Yo, good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long, K, Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and Queens, New York native, who is also a New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. Yes, you are now rocking, listening, streaming, tuning in, and watching the 377th episode of Off the Avenue podcast, live and direct from StreamYard and YouTube, the comedy space in the comfort of my room, where I get you know wild, crazy, fun topics in various topics, including city transit, including the MTA, music news, a little bit of entertainment news, a little bit of mental health, and of course, video game news. So, yes. And I do apologize for being a little late. I had to restart my Chrome browser stuff. So yeah. So here we are. If you missed any episodes whatsoever, please catch up on the episodes that's going to be dropped. Um, and Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the episodes are going to be dropped on every streaming platform. And leave a like in the comment along with the topics in each episode. And and yes, we and yes, I got a jam-packing show for you today in this episode, man. And yes, I am going to start off with a little breaking news in train. So let's start there with the New York Mass Transit Files segment. All right. I hope y'all are doing all right this week though, man. And I know tomorrow is going to be some snow. I hope y'all have your salts and shovels and everything else ready. Know we're going to be having. Not sure if it's going to stick, but I would have to take a look after I get off the air in a few minutes. But in the meantime, man, let's go. New York Mass Transit Files. All right. A little breaking news actually in the New York City transit news. Regarding the A train, I want to remind y'all, for all you A train riders, I want to actually remind y'all of what's happening here. Um, so so according to the folks from the Gothamist, the MTA will shut down A train service in the Rockaways for 4 months starting in January, disrupting the commutes of more than 9,000 daily riders. Beginning on January 17th, which was yesterday, the A trains won't run between Howard Beach JFK Airport and the last stops of the line, either Rockaway Park Beach 116th Street or Far Rockaway Mott Avenue. The Rockaway Park shuttle trains will also stop running to and from Broad Channel. Hmm. This doesn't sound good. Good, man. Yeah, it is not good. It is not good. Hmm. Yeah, you gotta feel bad for the folks that rely on the A train to go to their destinations, especially Far Rockaway Beach, Monte, other spots. So it's gonna be tough. I mean, shit like this been happening for years. So not too many people are used to it. There's some that are pretty much used to it. You can't really do nothing about that, actually. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do nothing about that. Um, Let me get yeah. Hold on one second. Okay. So the MTA says the lengthy suspension of service is necessary to fortify infrastructure. The viaducts and bridge that carry trains across Broad Channel need major upgrades to help protect the line from future storms. The MTA wrote in an announcement. Okay, that sounds like a good reason. The agency noted that much of the work is in response to extensive damage caused by Hurricane Sandy. It took 7 months to restore service to Rockaway after the storm, and free bus shuttle service will be available along the affected stops. The announcement gave no indication that NYC ferry service from Rockaway would be expanded while the upgrades are underway. MTA spokesperson Aaron Donovan said regular service, regular subway service will be restored by May 19th. Um, Far Rockaway, Quazel Trower said that the shutdown will upend his life. There's only one train that goes to Far Rockaway. It's not like two trains, three trains. It's literally one. Trower said. Trower, age 27. Taking the shuttle bus always makes your commute longer than it needs to be. Trower said his typical commute into Manhattan already takes more than an hour. In a statement, MTA Deputy Chief Development Officer Mark Roach said that the plan was consistent with has been done what has been done, in the past for the L train Canarsie Tunnel project and G line modernization. This next phase of the A train resiliency work has undergone internal and external expert review to weigh alternate delivery and construction methods, he said. It was determined that the plan presented is the best option for getting this work done as quickly as possible with the last impact to commuters. Climate resiliency is at the center of the MCA's proposed $65.4 billion 5 year $5 year construction plan. The agency earmarked $1.5 billion to protect subway stations from flooding. Wow. Wow. So we in January. So we like maybe 4.5 months. Maybe 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 months. 4 or 5.5 months, if I'm not mistaken. um. Yeah. Mm. Um. Okay. Wait for it. Um. Some of that money would also go toward a seawall and fortifications at erosion hospital. For more on weekend service and planned service changes, you can check the MTA's website. All right. Um, all right. Now we can go to um what I was about to talk about here. Um, yeah, obviously, everybody knows that congestion pricing already started um since last week. Excuse me. And here's what's happening here. So, two five two firefighter unions took the MTA to task over congestion pricing at January 5th launch, charging that a lack of exemptions for its members will lead to 911 delays. Uniform Firefighters Association President Andrew Ans and Uniform Fire Officers Association President Jim Brosi didn't pull any punches, taking aim at the MTA and the state of the subway system on Sunday as they fumed over the newly implemented $9 congestion relief zone in Manhattan. They tore into transit leaders and elected officials for starting the program while the city battles crime in the transit system, which, while reduced over the past year, um, according to NYPD statistics, continues to see high profile incidents from things to people being shoved into the path of trains. The fact that last week we saw a video of a murder, and that was the third crime you saw in that video. The first two were the turnstile jumpers, and they can't manage that, and they celebrate that. Ansbro said they are taxing New Yorkers to use their streets, and they are using our streets to do the taxing. They are a disgrace. They can't manage themselves, and they do not appreciate the work that is done by New York City civil servants. The firefighters unions are steaming over a lack of exemptions for the personal vehicles of New York City's bravest, which are often used to transport colleagues and equipment from firehouse to firehouse during emergencies. I gotta agree. This is terrible, man. This is terrible. Like, you know what I mean? This is some terrible shit though. I feel for them. I feel for the ambulances, cops and firefighters who have emergency that they have to go to. That's it's really messed up. You know what I'm saying? It really is messed up. So yeah, I feel for them. All right. According to Ansbro, just as drivers began being told that morning, some 30 firefighters needed to be moved in Lower Manhattan alone, but were stranded. Though this is a common occurrence, he noted, such maneuvers will now come with an added cost to on duty firefighters pressed into service with their own vehicles. With heavy equipment and first responders needing to be transferred at a moment's notice, depending on whatever situation may arise. The FDNY reps argued that New Yorkers in need could suffer. This is going to cause a serious problem in response times. It's going to be dangerous in New York City, all because the city, the state, and the MTA could not come to an agreement on what to do for the FDNY, Ansbro said. Yet, MTA chair and CEO General Lieber pushed back during a press conference later that afternoon, believing that response times will decrease since there will be fewer vehicles on the road. However, when it came to the agree to the excuse me the argument over the personal vehicles, Lieber told the firefighters to take it up with the department's bosses. Properly can raise that issue with their employer. If your employer is requiring you to drive instead of take mass transit and requiring you to use the car to move in during your job, that's a legitimate question to raise with your employer, Lieber said. Ansbro didn't take this line down, pointing out that when a passenger or an employee needs assistance in the bowels of the subway, it is the FDNY they call. We are the ones that respond to the fires in the subway system on the tracks, and unfortunately, at times of the actual riders, the FDNY response firefighters respond. Ansbro said, and the fact that they could not appreciate the work that the New York the New York City firefighters do both inside and outside the zone, and not grant us an exemption when they rely on us 100% to protect every inch of the stations and the tracks is particularly appalling. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And then you talk, and then you talk about those promises that you was going to keep as far as like trying to get elevators in 472 subway stations, which is probably going to be impossible, even though there's a yeah, it's crazy, man. But speaking of congestion pricing, there's more actually. Okay, last week of Wednesday marked day four of the congestion pricing era in New York, and plenty of commuters, taxi cab drivers, and residents are still fed up, calling the MTA's Manhattan toll program a sham. Yeah, I can agree. As a sea of yellow cabs waited for passengers outside the Port Authority bus terminal on the west side, driver Bobby Huff from Newark shared with AM New York Metro his very clear thoughts on congestion pricing, which launched at midnight on January 5th. I hate having to give my hard earned money to New Jersey or New York for this. Congestion pricing is a ripoff, Huff said of the tolling program, which charges motorists a base toll of $9 during peak hours to enter what is known as the congestion relief zone of Manhattan below 60th Street. Cab driver no Man- no um No Magia drew attention to the city's continuing development of a one-way street network, which means drivers have to pay for traffic problems. How can you turn a five-lane street into a one-lane street? One for bikes, one for flower pot, he said, pointing to planters near the Port Authority entrance. Look at the flower pot, right? One for pedestrians, one for double parking, right? You can put in one lane, then you come out and tell that there's congestion, and you want me to pay a fee for a problem that you have created. It doesn't make any sense. NYC taxis charge riders a 75-cent surcharge under congestion pricing kicked in, taxi and rideshare passengers already had to pay between $2.50 and $2.75 per ride to enter, exit, and or pass through a separate congestion zone that begins below 96th Street in Manhattan. Although some cab drivers say people will pay extra to get around the high demand area, cabbie Benjamin Roger is concerned that congestion pricing will impact his ridership. He also gave a stern directive to the MTA, the state run agency overseeing congestion pricing. It will make me not want to pick up and drop off in any of those areas, he said. This is just the government's way of sticking it to us. MTA, fix your own problems. To help mitigate surcharge fees, rideshare company Lyft recently announced a discount program for riders during January. A spokesperson for the tax a spokesperson for the city's taxi and limousine commission shared a statement Metro about congestion pricing. In quote, we're in early days, but we're hoping this will ultimately be good for our hardworking taxi cab and for hire vehicle drivers, the spokesperson said. Faster traffic speeds and fewer car commuters in the congestion zone means potentially more trips for them. When you also factor in parking costs, taking a TLC vehicle becomes a more attractive option for anyone trying to get around town. Meanwhile, Midtown resident Clark Morgan said he figured out a way to navigate Manhattan's congestion relief zone for free. I will ride my scooter through the congested zones, he said. They haven't figured out how to get to those yet. So I am in the clear. And all right, so NYC delivery trucks will soon have their own snug micro hubs to drop off goods around the Big Apple under a city transportation policy implemented on Tuesday. Through a 3-year pilot program. The NYC Department of Transportation will set up microzones where truck drivers can park, transfer goods onto more portable modes of transportation, and complete their deliveries. These modes of transportation include e-cargo, bikes, hand carts, and smaller electric sprinter vans to be used on the last leg of a delivery route. As previously announced last September, the DOT aims to improve street safety and help streamline traffic in a city that gets 90% of its freight deliveries by sorry about that. Um, yes, 90% of its freight deliveries by truck. City officials also reported that it would aid in traffic reduction in the wake of the newly launched congestion pricing toll program in Manhattan on January 5th. Well placed microhubs or drop off points allow trucks to avoid traveling further into neighborhoods and commercial corridors. Intrusive options like cargo bikes can pick them up and take them to their final destinations, said Deputy Mayor for Operations Mira Joshi. With this important pilot as a first step, our ultimate goal is to make every piece of the package delivery life cycle greener and less burdensome on our roads and neighborhoods. Three companies will have to apply and pay for an annual permit. The program will start this year in 5 microhubs located in Greenpoint, Clinton Hill, and the Upper West Side. Each microhub will be designated to del- excuse me, one delivery company for exclusive use via the annual permit. New Yorkers are receiving more deliveries than ever before, and microhub zones will make them greener and reducing the number of big trucks navigating local streets. DOT Commissioner Edonis Rodriguez said, big delivery trucks not only present safety risk on busy city streets, but too often they block the flow of traffic on our roads and pedestrians on our sidewalks. What will the new micro hubs look like, you ask? Most of the micro hubs will be on the street, about 80 to 100 feet long and located in the curb lane. Signage and other markings will identify them as micro hubs. According to the DOT, space will be available for package sorting and the transfer of packages to electric vehicles, cargo bikes, and hand carts. The agency will also install upgraded safety barriers and cargo bike corrals where they feel it is needed. However, the DOT will also install off-street microhubs, which will be located on city-owned properties and vary in size depending on location. Other curbside programs in NYC. The microhub pilot, the microhub pilot program, which the DOT said was designed based on feedback from a public comment period and community outreach efforts in 2024, is part of the agency's curb management action plan. The DOT's efforts to reimagine freight delivery in the city. Most recently, the DOT expanded Locker NYC to combat package thefts. Program's centerpiece features free public delivery located on public sidewalks and other locations to help ensure New Yorkers receive their orders and deliveries. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so All right. I want to actually, before I even get to TikTok and a music artist being screwed, I am going to get into what went down with the wildfires um in certain areas of Los Angeles. So I'll fill you in on this actually. Um in a segment that I like to call chatting or the jazz. All right. Um, so here we go. Hold on one second, folks. Okay, we got some unfortunate news that happened last week. Um and let me just start here actually. So this is according to the Washington Post. Of course, here's what's going on here. So strong winds are expected to wane as as night approaches in the Los Angeles area Wednesday as firefighters battle to contain the conflag- conflagrations, that have already burned some 40,000 acres and killed more than 20 people. Last time I checked, I heard that it's 25 or more. It might be 25 and up. So, um, yeah, 25 and up. And, oops, um, 25 and up. Okay, so, 25 and up. Okay, yeah. So, the National Weather Service said Wednesday will be the last really windy day, though occasional winds and dry conditions mean new fires could spread quickly if any ignite. For those of you who may not know, this incident took place on January the 7th in the Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles, California. Um, yeah. Um, the NWS National Weather Service recorded gusts as strong as 69 miles per hour in the area. The agency's high level, particularly dangerous situation warning ends at 3 p.m. local time Wednesday, with a red flag warning running through Thursday for some areas north of the city. Um, while cooler temperatures are expected over the weekend, weather officials say any reprieve will probably be brief, with Santa Ana windstorms that can fan flames and carry potentially dangerous embers predicted to potentially return Monday, and no rain forecast for at least the next week. Damn. Here's what to know about the four active fires in the Los Angeles area. As of early Wednesday, spread and containment figures are from Cal Fire. More than 20 people have been killed, according to the Los Angeles Medical Examiner's Office. Palisades fire, 19% contained. The blaze has burned through more than 23,700 acres in and around Pacific Palisades. Los Angeles fire. The fire has destroyed more than 5,300 structures since it began last week. Firefighters are attempting to prevent the fire from reaching LA's Brentwood neighborhood, home to the Getty Center Museum and Interstate 405. Eaton fire, 45% contained to the city's east near Pasadena. The fire has killed at least 16 people, making it one of the deadliest in California's history, and has burned through more than 14,100 acres. Hearst fire, 97% contained in the north near San Fernando. The fire has burned 799 acres. Auto fire, 50% contained. A new brush fire broke out Monday evening at a river bottom in Ventura County. Ventura County firefighters said they were able to halt the fire's forward progress, and by Tuesday evening it was 47% contained, according to Cal Fire. Shit. Shit. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Now, I did see some videos of you know I did see some videos of churches, a McDonald's, a pizza parlors, and other restaurants, and they all been burned actually, which is crazy. It's been crazy actually. So, um, also, an LA fire chief was in hot water. Wait a second. Wait. Wait. Um, damn. So this is wait, wait a second. Um, so okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so let me just see because so who's the mayor? No, the mayor. I gotta see. Hold on a second. Um, oh boy. So okay, so the person who's the mayor actually, I just saw the name actually, if I'm not mistaken. So so um let me see. All right, let me just try to get through this actually. So all right, um another situation, let me see. Another situation, let me see. Damn. Um so okay, okay. Let me try to actually so supposedly this mayor was in hot water, um and the mayor's name, if I'm not mistaken, no, not the well, the mayor actually. Well, wait. So what's going on here is okay, so Los Angeles City Fire Chief Kristen M. Crowley defended her department Wednesday as wait, damn it. So yeah, Los Angeles City Fire Chief Kristen M. Crowley defended her department Wednesday as she faced questions about a Los Angeles Times report that top could have deployed 1,000 firefighters in Pacific Palisades before the fire's devastating eruption last week, but did not do so. Crowley said said the department followed the system in place, which reviews overall weather and risk. With that, we pre-deployed the resources in very, very calculated ways throughout the city, also not knowing where a fire might not start. Crowley said at a news conference. Crowley said the city that the ability to surge personnel and equipment toward a fire when needed. In the case of the Palisades fire, firefighters and additional resources were immediately pulled in as the severity of the situation unfolded, she said. When asked about her role in preparing for the emergency, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass deferred to Crowley during the news conference. The buck always stops with me, but I think you received your answer from the chief, Bass said. Yeah, and this is crazy, man. Now, now from what I've been hearing actually, it has to do with some budget cuts to water and um a lot of people were very, very, very upset because of lack of insurance and of course there's a couple things that varies. Um all right, so I want to provide y'all some spots where you can actually donate. But before I do that, I want to actually give y'all some tips on wild how to avoid wildfire scammers. Very important. And this is from KTLA 5, LA's very own. All right, so um let's see. With the Palisades and Eaton fires destroying over 15,000 structures and damaging thousands more, officials say crooks are looking to take advantage. to remain vigilant against the fire chasers um, and fraudulent charities. Fire chasers are scammers who target fire victims by offering fake services such as help with insurance claims, cleanup, or rebuilding, the BBB says. They often impersonate legitimate business or government agencies. Meanwhile, fraudulent charities take advantage of those wanting to donate to relief efforts or directly to fire victims. Damn. Why? Hold on, man. This is crazy. This is the most fucked up shit that I ever heard in my life, man. That's fucked up, man. Like, why would you do this? How the fuck do you sleep at night knowing that you're ripping people off while they lost their homes, they lost everything. And I can't wait for karma to hit them in the face, man. You know, to to me, when I hear scammers, I hear about people who are so evil to actually do this kind of shit though. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You got nothing else to do. You mean to tell me you can't get yourself a real job other than ripping people off? That's corny to me. But I do feel bad for those who lost their homes. They can't they're gonna actually, when they actually gonna find a place to stay and stuff. So this is very tough, man. This is very tough. And as far as insurance and trying to rebuild, it's going to take years to rebuild. And I don't know if anybody in LA will want to return to the Palisades because I mean I know people have a lot of memories over there, but it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare from hell from the videos I've seen, especially a church, a McDonald's, and along with other places that got burnt down, man. But that scamming shit has got to go, man. That's corny and whack. All right, let's continue. Um, let's continue. Yeah, this is crazy. So the BBB, let me just say triple B. The triple B Los Angeles has provided the following tips to help avoid. Okay, so um for wildlife victims, resist high pressure sales tactics. Scammers may show up unexpectedly or call with limited time offers. Always take a business card and verify the company's information, including vehicle signage, phone number. Do not rush into decisions. That's the first thing you should do. Second, do your research. Use bbb.org to find trustworthy businesses and check credentials with relevant government agencies such as tractors state license board. Ask for references from friends or your insurance company. Third, spot imposters. Be cautious of anyone asking for money to assist with FEMA applications or other government aid. FEMA does not charge fees for processing disaster relief applications. Um, for those who want to help, okay, so fourth, practice safe giving. After disasters, scammers often create fake donation websites, social media campaigns, and crowdfunding pages that mimic legitimate relief efforts. They use emotional appeals to pressure people into donating quickly, sometimes impersonating well known charities or needy individuals. Sixth, Sixth step, verify charities. Always research a charity before donating. Scammers can create convincing fake charity websites or social media pages. Verify charities through BBB, Triple B, Wise Giving Alliance, give.org, Charity Navigator, charitynavigator.org, or FEMA's volunteer and donate page, FEMA.org. Now, the seventh step you should avoid scammers is donate directly. Avoid avoid unsolicited uh, excuse me. Avoid unsolicited donation requests from on social media or via email. Donate only through the charity's official website. Credit cards. Credit cards offer additional protection against fraud. Do not send cash or use payment apps like Venmo or Cashapp for donations. If you fall if you fall victim to a scam, report it to Triple B Scam Track. These are the steps right here. These are the steps right there. So, um, all right. So, what I want to do is I want to actually go to the list of celebrities who lost their homes. All right. Very important, actually. Very important, actually. So, but hold on. Before I go into anything, what caused the forest fires? What caused the forest fires actually? So, all right, so this is from NBC News actually. So let me just the summary: exceptionally dry conditions and strong Santa Ana winds have fueled the dangerous fires in Los Angeles. Southern California has been abnormally dry for months, even in what is typically the rainy season. Devastating blazes are expected to become more frequent as climate change amplifies the ingredients that help wildfires ignite and spread. Prolonged drought and exceptionally dry weather, no dry winter, and powerful Santa Ana winds set up a dangerous triple whammy of extreme conditions that have fueled several out of fires in the Los Angeles area. Fast moving fires have engulfed the Pacific Palisades neighborhood along with parts of the Hollywood Hills, Pasadena, Altadena, Silmar, and other areas, and 16 deaths reported and more than 12,000 structures destroyed as of Saturday. Flames were fanned by ferocious winds whose gusts exceeded 100 miles per hour in some places. On Tuesday, the parched landscape across Southern California meant that any ignition was likely to become a monster blaze. We haven't had any substantial rain for hundreds of days, said Max Moritz, a wildfire specialist at the University of California, Santa Barbara. With climate change altering rainfall patterns and making droughts both more likely and more intense, destructive wildfires like the ones in the Los Angeles area will continue to threaten people's lives and livelihoods, Moritz said. So December to February is typically the rainy season in California, but unlike the northern part of the state, which has had its share of soakings, Southern California has been abnormally dry for the past 8 months. The last time Los Angeles logged more than 1/10 of an inch of rain was in early May. That means the entire southern part of the state is in moderate to severe drought. Damn. Parts of San Diego, California are experiencing their driest start to the winter season in more than 150 years, according to the Weather West blog by Daniel Swain, a climate scientist at UCLA. The addition of the winds was like an atmospheric blow dryer, Swain wrote. Jeez. Fire risk high across the region remained high through Friday, with a red flag warning in effect until at least 6 p.m. Local for much of Los Angeles and Ventura counties, along with nearby areas including Orange County and parts of San Diego. Santa Ana winds, which gain speed as they blow west and downslope from the Great Basin, are typical at this time of year, but conditions are normally bone dry when through the mountains of Southern California toward the Pacific coast. Normally, everything would be wet by now, which means there would be much less of a chance of an ignition leading to a big fire that gets out of control, like what we're seeing now, Mort said. More than 20,000 acres have already burned in the Palisades fire, according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE. The Eaton fire, which sparked Tuesday evening in the Pasadena area, has engulfed nearly 14,000 acres. The Kenneth fire, which broke out Thursday afternoon, has grown to around 1,000 acres, but is 35% contained. The other two are still at less than 10% containment. Firefighting efforts have faced challenging conditions with ongoing high winds. Sustaining blazes are expected to become more frequent as climate change amplifies the ingredients that help wildfires ignite and spread. Almost all of California's largest wildfires have occurred in the last decade, according to CAL FIRE. Fires are typically fueled by hot, dry, and windy conditions. Said there is not enough research yet to know whether if climate change is altering winds in any significant way. Um, but he said global warming is already having an impact on rainfall and drought. Climate change is leading to more erratic and extreme precipitation patterns, he said. That effect on precipitation is very important because we're having wetter, wet periods and dry dry periods. And overall, we're seeing this very erratic timing of precipitation. That means a region like Southern California could be hammered by severe flooding at one point, as it was in March, and then months later descend into drought. Lurching between those extremes put people and their communities at heightened risk, Moritz said. That's the climate signal in all of this. We can get these big, devastating, extreme events now, he said. All right, now on to the list of celebrities who lost their homes. All right. And this is from the folks from People. All right, so let's see. So starting with number one, Sarah Wright Olsen and Eric Christian Olsen. Actors and married couple Sarah Wright Olsen and Eric Christian Olsen lost the Malibu home where they live with their three children, she wrote on Instagram. It's impossible to put into words these last few days. We are together and safe and surrounded by love, she began. We lost our home. It was one of the first areas to go. Our kids have said we all took our first steps there. Number two, number two, Young and the Restless star Eric Braden shared a tour of his devastated home of 45 years with Entertainment Tonight. I'm devastated, man. I'm devastated. All the memories. I don't want my family to see this, he said. Boy, obviously, you've seen a lot of coverage on television over the last few days, and I never imagined this. I didn't imagine this. Number three, Nicole Lapin, former CNBC anchor and Money Rehab podcast host. Nicole Lapin posted a video with her 3-week-old baby sharing video of her destroyed home. In quote, I am completely delirious, haven't slept since week and so emotional postpartum. So I'm going for sure cry if I start to think of the outpouring of help and support we've gotten. She said after reflecting on the loss, I just truly didn't know how many people cared about me, us, and our well being. Grateful, thankful. What's something if infinitely stronger than that? That's what I feel. Um, Number four, Joe Lando. After he and his family lost their home in the fires, Joe Lando's Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman co star Jane Seymour took them in. We're left with nothing except each other. My friend Jane Seymour allowed us to come over to her house and open it up for us without any hesitation. And thank God, us someplace to come and sleep, he wrote on Instagram. If it was just us, if it was just us, I'd be really okay with this. But it's everybody, it's everything. I'm just devastated and heartbroken for everybody, all the people we know. Welcoming Joe and his family into our home while they try to make sense of the inexplicable is just what you do for family. And the Landos are our family, Seymour said per TV line. Number five, Joshua Jackson. First and most importantly, all the people closest to me affected by the fire are okay. After Joshua Jackson said in a statement January 12th, my daughter, my family, my neighbors all made it out safely. Sadly, my beautiful home did not survive the fires. But today I feel incredibly lucky to be surrounded by the people I love. Number six, Sarah Levy. My heart so deeply aches. Sarah Levy, the Schitt's Creek actress and daughter of Eugene Levy, wrote on an Instagram post memorializing her lost home. What I would give to hear the key slide in the front door one more time or the baby gate click behind me as I bring the laundry upstairs. To hear the garbage truck outside every Tuesday, excuse me, and watch James run to the window to watch. To smell the eucalyptus and the roses and the rosemary. Number seven, Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung, actors and parents to twins Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung lost their home in the fire. Greenberg confirmed on Thursday. It was all a dream, he wrote on an image of what remained of their home. Thankfully, the family is safe. Thank you to all of the firefighters risking their lives. Stay safe out there. He followed up with a video surveying the damage to his home, reflecting nothing lasts forever. That's true. That's true. Number eight, Miles Teller and Kelly Teller. Miles Teller and Kelly Teller lost the $7.5 million home in Pacific Palisades they brought in 2023. Photos show. On Friday, Kelly addressed the loss with the last photo she took of their home standing writing Pacific Palisades, I love you beyond measure. You if you are in area, please get out if you can. I wish I grabbed my wedding dress. I wish I did a lot different, but it doesn't matter. Stay safe, get out. There are no words. Number nine, um, Julia, Julia Louise Driver's home in the Palisades was demolished. Photos confirmed. Reps did not immediately return a request for comment. Number Ventimiglia. Oh boy. Anyway, this is us star Milo Ventimiglia returned to his burnt out home with CBS Evening News Tony Do, uh, Do, Dokupil. Tony Dokupil. Okay. And called the experience heavy. He said he and his wife, Jariah Mariano, who is 9 months pregnant, watched the fire engulf their home on security cameras. We'll make do. He said after surveying the destruction, wife and baby are most important. And damn, wait, I didn't know he was 47. Yes, so number 11, John C. Riley. After John C. Riley's home was destroyed in the fire, photos confirm um his manager did not immediately return a request for comment. Number 12, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton posted a video to Instagram of ABC News footage that showed the charred remains of her beachfront Malibu home and recalled some happy memories she and her family had there. Sitting with my in the news and seeing our home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV is something have no one should ever have to experience, she wrote in part. This home was where we built so many precious memories. It's where Phoenix took his first steps and where we dreamed of building a lifetime of memories. While the loss is overwhelming, I'm holding on to gratitude that my family is safe. My heart and prayers are going out to every family affected by these fires. Um, Number 13, Anthony Hopkins. Photos show that legendary actor Anthony Hopkins, who turned 87 at the end of 2024, lost his Pacific Palisades home, the apparent location where he often posted videos on his popular TikTok playing the piano or getting ready for the Oscars. According to the Daily Mail, he moved there in 2021, several years after his Malibu home was narrowly sparred from the Woolsey fire in 2018. He also previously lost his home in London to fire 1000. A rep did not respond to a request for comment, but on Friday, Hopkins posted a short note to Instagram saying, as we all struggle to heal from the devastation of these fires, it's important we remember that the first, no, excuse me, the only thing we take with us is the love we give. Number 14, Tina Knowles. The mother of Beyonce and Solange Knowles. Tina Knowles shared to Instagram that her home was lost. It was my private, no, it was my favorite place, my sanctuary, my sacred, happy place. Now it is gone. God bless all the brave men and women in our fire department who risked their lives in dangerous conditions, she said. We thank you for your dedication and bravery and for saving so many lives. This could have been so much worse without the dedication of the disaster workers and first responders. Number 15, Adam Brody and Lathan Meester. The couple, who have been married for 10 years, lost the Pacific Palisades home they share with their children, their two children. Photos confirm um, below. Reps did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Number 16, Kobe Smulders and Taryn Killam. Kobe Smulders and Taryn Killam's home in Pacific Palisades, where they live with their two daughters, were destroyed by the fires, photos show. Number 17, Ricky Lake, former talk show host, is among those mourning the loss of their homes. It's all gone. I can't believe I'm typing after a valiant and brave effort by our friend and hero Kirby Cutler. Ross and I lost our dream home. She wrote in a heartfelt caption accompanied by a carousel of pictures she took in happier times. This description, dream home, doesn't suffice. It was our heaven on earth, the place where we all together. We never took our heavenly spot on the bluff overlooking our beloved Malibu for granted. Um, Not even 1 second. I shared our sunset views almost daily with all of you, she continued. She added, this loss is immeasurable. It's the spot where we got married 3 years ago. I grieve along with all during the apocalyptic event. Praying for all my neighbors, my friends, my community, the animals, the firefighters, and first responders. More to share soon of how we escaped with Dolly and not much else. For now, I grieve. Number 18, Jeff Bridges. The Malibu home that Jeff Bridges shared with his family was destroyed. People confirms, according to TMZ, Bridges, his sister, and their brother Bo had inherited it together. Number 19, John Goodman. He's still alive. Thank goodness. John Goodman's Pacific Palisades home was demolished in the fire, photos show. Reps, yeah, he didn't want to comment. Mel Gibson, number 20, confirmed that his home had burned down while he was filming in Austin, though everyone at home safely evacuated and his chicken survived. Obviously, it's kind of devastating. It's emotional, Gibson said on News Nation. Elizabeth Vargas reports Thursday. You live there for a long time and you had all your stuff, everything from photographs to files to just personal things that I had from over the years and clothing. Pretty cool stuff, but that can all be replaced. These are only things. The good news is that those in my family and those I love are all well, and we're all happy and healthy and out of harm's way. That's all I can care about, really. And number 21, Barbara Corcoran. Corcoran. Barbara Corcoran, Shark Tank star and real estate mogul Barbara Corcoran shared on Instagram that her home in the and the Tally hit the Tahitian the, the Tahitian terrace mobile home complex in Malibu had been lost. For the past 5 years, I've been privileged to have a home in this tight knit, loving community, she wrote. My heart breaks again and again as I see these incredible people who built their lives here for decades, many of them seniors who poured their hearts and life savings into their trailers, left with absolutely nothing. 22, Billy Crystal also included in one of the celebrities who lost their homes. Billy Crystal confirmed that he and his family, including Janice, his wife, lost their home in a statement shared with People. Words cannot describe the enormity of the devastation we are witnessing and experiencing. We ache for our friends and neighbors who have also lost their homes and businesses in this tragedy. Janice and I in our home since 1979. We raise our children and grandchildren here. Every inch of our home, our house was filled with love. Beautiful beautiful memories that can't be taken away. We are heartbroken, of course, but with love of our children and friends, we will get through this. We pray for the safety of the firefighters and first responders. The Pacific Palisades is a resilient community of amazing people, and we know in time it will rise again. It is our home. Number 23, Anna Faris. People confirm that Anna Faris lost the Pacific Palisades home where she lived with her family. Anna and her family are safe and very grateful. A representative for the Just Friends actress, age 48, told People on Wednesday, January 8th. Number 24, Jennifer Grey. Jennifer Grey's daughter, Stella Gregg, announced on her Instagram stories that the Dirty Dancing actress's home was burnt to the ground. She assured followers her mom and her dog Winnie were safe and and encouraged everyone to give your loved ones an extra squeeze today. Gray later posted a photo of the destruction, writing, "This feels like one messed up dream, but it's not a dream. It's one of those things where life suddenly jumps a track and you are propelled into a different story. I am trying to allow myself to feel the waves of shock, this startling grief, the sudden unavoidable new." All right, number 25, Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek's Schitt's Creek star Eugene Levy, age 78, told the LA Times that he found himself stuck by black and intense smoke over Temesco Canyon as he tried to leave his home. I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark, the actor added. His son, Dan Levy, posted to Instagram stories, heartbroken for my family, my friends, and the people of LA affected by these catastrophic fires. Photos later confirmed the home had been destroyed. Number 26, Harvey Gillen. We will rebuild. We will do it one day at a time, after Harvey Gillen wrote, along with a video showing the remains of his home. Thank you to my siblings and friends who came to help me and my the pieces of what is left. Number 27, Bozoma St. John. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Bozoma, and that her home had burned, sharing a carousel of photos and videos of herself and daughter Lael in happier times in the home. This was my FU I'm here house. This is the house where I finally felt like I could choose to spend time when I wanted to and how I wanted it to. It is gone. This is unimaginable loss. This is an unimaginable loss. I grieve with the rest of Los Angeles as it burns. Number 28, Melissa Claire Egan. Young and the Restless star Melissa Claire Egan shared a video from the home she purchased 2 weeks, now reduced to rubble. We hadn't moved in yet, but it's gone. She wrote on Instagram stories, "We are devastated, and this is so horrific." Number 29, Jefferson. Um, all my children, show star and game show host of the Beat the Beat the Bridge. Cameron shared a video of the remains of his home in a heartbreaking video posted to Instagram. Yeah, he did an interview with TMZ. Feeling broken because of the fact that he lost his home, and it's going to take years to actually rebuild. Um, we are safe, but this is what's left of our beautiful home, our home where our kids were raised and where they wanted to raise their own someday. He wrote under the post. Thanks to all who reached out and checked in. Can't respond to all, so wanted to give an update here. He added, sending so many prayers to everyone being affected by these fires. Number 30, Molly Bays. Celebrity chef Molly. Last photo I took before we lost it all. I sh- a shot of her son Gio eating by candlelight during the power outage. Will recover someday. Thank you to the village. She reflected on their loss in a newsletter days later, saying she experienced a broader and deeper range of emotions than I knew was possible in the days since losing her family home. I am grateful for that. In some moments, see the value and the lessons in this loss. In others, I see darkness. She wrote. Leanne Ford, number 31, interior designer and former HGTV star Leanne Ford, shared that she and her husband Eric had just gotten the keys to a new home in Rustic Canyon 3 weeks ago, only to see it burn down during the fires this week. I've been praying hard for the peace that passes understanding through this for everyone, she wrote in part. Number 32, Pete Lee. Comedian Pete Lee was in New York ahead of his appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and watched his home burn on live TV. He spoke experience while on the show Thursday. The anchor was in front of my house, and he's like, some people are finding out right now. home is burning by watching this broadcast. And I'm watching it with a friend. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's my house, Lee said. Number 33, Colin and Samir. On Friday, January 10th, YouTube creator Colin Rosenblum and Samir Chandri said they lost their homes in the Palisades fire, writing in an Instagram post that the loss was are pregnant. The enormity of the loss is very overwhelming. They wrote, both of our wives are pregnant, and our primary focus right now is getting back on stable ground. We'll be pausing uploads for while we figure out what's next. Number 34, Harry Mack. Musician Harry Mack shared on Instagram that he has lost his home in the fire. We're just one of so many families who are grieving in LA right now, he said. My heart goes out to everyone affected. I'm so grateful that we're safe and we will get through this. Number 35, Madlib. Music producer Madlib's team posted a shot of his home and requested help. We are reaching out with heavy hearts to ask for your support in helping legendary producer Madlib and his family after losing their home, decades of music and music equipment in the devastating fires. It said. Number 36, Candy Spelling. Mom to Tori and widow of late legendary TV producer Aaron, lost the Malibu beachfront home that she owned for 50 years. She confirmed to TMZ. Though she had put it up for sale several times recently, she had taken it off the market and said to the outlet, I'm in shock and processing this massive loss for our family. I am beyond grateful for the memories. It was truly a wonderful gift to have. Diane Warren, number 37, revealed she lost her home years. This is the last pic I took of Leah's rock from my beach house, she wrote, referencing her late friend Leah, who died 10 years ago. I've had this house for almost 30 years. It looks like it was lost to fire last night. She continues still. Warren is choosing to be hopeful as she alerted followers that the animals at her rescue ranch were unharmed. There's a rainbow shining on it, which I'm taking as a sign of hope for all creatures who have been affected by this tragedy. The animals in the rescue ranch are okay, though, which is the most important thing. Stay safe, everyone. Number 38, Janae Aiko posted to Instagram that her home had been destroyed. Me and my children's home is gone, burned to the ground with all of our things inside. Lord have mercy, she wrote in part. She later posted a photo of the home on fire. I worked very hard for many years to provide my children with this house, the songwriter wrote. I put everything into it, praying none of you experience this. There's plenty of people who have experienced this loss of their home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone in this though. You know what I'm saying? So just saying. Number 39, Denise Crosby. Star Trek actress Denise Crosby posted of the ashes of her home, writing, yesterday morning I had Spanish cottage that gave me endless joy, where I met my husband and raised my son. The only house I've ever owned. With fruit trees, I grew a garden of native plants, now ashes. I am heartbroken. Number 40, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montage. Spencer Pratt was on TMZ Live and he cried actually. And I don't blame him. In a harrowing video posted on TikTok, former Hills star Spencer Pratt revealed his home was among those burnt down. Nightmare came true. The father of two captioned the video. His wife Heidi Montag posted a follow-up TikTok in which she confirmed the loss of their home and thanked fans for prayers and thoughts. Thank God we are safe. It's just no words. Later that day, press shared a photo from what of from what remained of his home with a note of hope. The one positive sign I saw as our house burned down was our son's bed burned in the shape of a heart. He captioned the post, a sign of how much love was in this house. So thankful for all the years and memories there with our family. All right, number 41. Um, my Eve Riley, celebrity Riley, who works with Eva Longoria and Coco Jones, posted Wednesday night that their house had burned down and in their neighborhood. Everything is gone. Shortly after, she shared that she had to drive to Beverly Hills to evacuate her in laws. This feels like a bad dream. Everything we own is in this truck, she wrote on Instagram stories. Riley later shared videos and photos from her harrowing evacuation, including her race to save her pets before the flames reached her home. Number 42, Jen Ack, hairstylist and um, OI founder Jen Akin, posted photos to her Instagram stories of emotional evacuation from her home with her family, including husband Mike Rosenthal and their dog. Our house is gone. It's almost too much to comprehend. Our neighbors are all taking care of one another and checking in, and that's the theme of 2025. She wrote on Instagram stories, we're going to be okay. We always push through. I'm just sad. I'm just so sad I left my grandma Atkins church blazer with her tissues and Tic Tacs in the pockets. In a subsequent post, she showed the before and after of her home, saying, I feel so grateful my family is together. I also feel scared and sad. Number 43, JJ Redick's family. LA Lakers coach JJ Redick revealed that his family were freaking out as they were among those forced to evacuate their home fires ahead of the Lakers versus Mavericks game in Dallas on January 7th. Redick sent his thoughts and prayers to everyone to the Palisades right now, adding that that's where I live. According to the AP, he noted, our family, wife, our family, my wife's family, my wife's twin sister, they've evacuated. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, including my family. Thoughts and prayers for sure, and hope everyone stays safe. ESPN confirmed on Thursday that Reddick's home had burnt down. Number 44, Melissa Rivers called into CNN to confirm that she had lost her home. My heart is broken. Not just myself, and it's wiped off the map, she said. That is the end of everything that belonged to my family and the history of it, she said, referring to items she had that belonged to her late parents, comedy legend Joan Rivers and producer Edgar Rosenberg. I grabbed my mom's Emmy, a photo of my dad, and a drawing my mother had done of me and my son. I went for I went for a drawing of hers rather than a photo. I know I can find the photos, but a drawing I can't replace. Number 45, Kari Elways. Kari Elways posted terrifying video of the biblical devastation he was passing as he evacuated his Malibu home. On Wednesday, he shared an update that he and his family did lose their home, adding, "But we are grateful to have survived this truly devastating fire, and extending gratitude to the first responders and those sending well wishes." Number 46, model Carolyn Murphy shared to Instagram stories a video captured on her home security camera of sparks falling around her home seconds before our home went up in flames. We are safe. Our dogs are safe. And that's all that matters, she wrote. She added in a subsequent story that my heart goes out for everyone in our community. I pray all the wildfire is safe. Our rascally bobcat, our fierce mountain lion, the silly coyotes, waddling skunks, sleek foxes, and singing more is leaning on her loved ones as she and her family and pets were also forced to evacuate. Grateful for the kindness of friends that we had a place to land last night, trying to shield the kids from the immense sadness and worry I feel. Praying for everyone in our beautiful city, so gutted for the destruction and loss. Don't know if our place made it. She posted a second update on January 8th, saying she was absolutely numb to see the devastation in her hometown of Altadena, where Billy Bush was recording Extra. I'm in shock and feeling numb for all so many have lost, including my family. My children's school is gone. Our favorite restaurants leveled. So many friends and loved ones have lost everything too. Our community is broken, but we will be here to rebuild together. Sending love to all affected and on the front lines trying to get this under control, she wrote. All right, so she wrote, yeah. On Thursday, Moore shared that she and her husband Taylor Goldsmith had been able to return to their home and found that though they'd lost their garage and Goldsmith studio, most of the house remained standing, though not currently inhabitable. But the heartbreak was stronger than ever. Everyone we know lost everything. Every house on our street is gone. My in-laws, my brother and sister in lost 6 weeks from welcoming their first baby. She wrote, our best friends feeling weird survivors. Number 48, Sandra Lee. Sandra Lee says she had to evacuate her Malibu home as the blazing flame. My home in Malibu has got me through some of the darkest moments in my life. I have loved creating it, embellishing it, building it, caring for it, and protecting it. I've cherished every moment I have had with it. She shared on Instagram on January 7th. As the fire draws closer, I pray for it. I pray for everyone in Los Angeles right now. What an incredibly terrifying moment for my community. As the fire reaches our doorstep, please stay in contact with each other, community, in times like these is our lifeline. On January 8th, she updated followers to say she'd heard conflicting things about whether her home was still standing. Thank you to everyone who has reached out. I just don't know, but this time reminds me of my grandmother's favorite footprints in the sand. It's in God's hands, she wrote. Number 49, Jamie Lee Curtis revealed that though her house, her entire neighborhood is gone. Our beloved neighborhood is gone. Our home is safe. So many others have lost everything. Help where you can. Thank you to those first responders and firefighters, and of course, America across Los Angeles included. She also used her emotional appearance on the Tonight Show Wednesday to advocate for packing an emergency bag in her role as an American Cross ambassador. Excuse me. She later posted a tribute to a local church that burned and had special significance to her. This is the church in the Palisades that had a beautiful Sunday school and was a gorgeous house of worship and is the building that I got sober in 25 years ago. She wrote, I think of all of the souls who came there for comfort and solace and all the baptisms and funerals and the thousands of people who reclaimed their lives through tough times. We will preserve. God bless us. God bless you all. Number 50, Brad Paisley and Kimberly Williams Paisley no longer live there. Brad Paisley wrote a tribute to their previous home, which was lost, and the devastation to his old neighborhood. It was the first house Kim and I bought together. That beautiful house, that beautiful old house burned last night, as did most of that community. So many good people displaced, devastated, and cast out all over LA, he wrote. I would post a link to donate or raise awareness or something, but it all feels so much bigger than that. I don't know where to begin. I'm sure those of you reading this will find some way to help if you can. But mostly right now, I just want to mourn the loss of a town and acknowledge the beauty and the memories of what it was. It is all so tragic and sad. Wow. 50. Damn. Um, very, this is very, 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 very touching. I did not mean to stay on this for too long, but I figured this was important, especially with all the situation with the wildfires and stuff. Um, and actually, I want we can actually we could actually do some we could actually do some support for the victims in the Palisade wildfires who lost their homes. I want to provide some legit fees. All right, so the list of charities, some of them are from Shelly Palmer's website that I just took down actually. Starting with the American Red Cross Los Angeles. All right. Airing um Airbnb.org increases support. Okay, so you can donate, show support at airbnb.org. Um Emergency Airbnb.org support form. You can do that. And the nonprofit 211 LA. Let me just go to the rest of the charities, nonprofit foundation charities, actually. AmeriCares, Baby to Baby, California Community Foundation, California Fire Foundation, Center for Disaster Philanthropy, Charity Watch, Convoy of Hope, CORE, which stands for Community Organized Relief Effort, Direct Relief, Entertainment Industry Foundation, Global Giving, Los Angeles County Animal Care Foundation, Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation, Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, um, GoFundMe, Pasadena Humane. Damn it. Pasadena Humane, United Way of Ventura County, Salvation Army, World's um who are giving out food for free. Um, Jay Leno and along with others was actually volunteering to giving out food and stuff for all the people who are scrambling for a place to stay and everything else. And I even saw like some videos of people helping out with clothes and everything else. I can't really think on the top of my head offhand, uh, but hey. Let me continue where I left off here. Yes, World Central Kitchen, also Planet Fitness, um, Lyft and Uber, Save the Children's Emergency Fund, Five Dogs, Canine Rescue Club, Friends Indeed, and the Dream Center. Now, let's go to the hotels who helped out actually. Let's go to the hotels that helped out actually. So the hotel in Los Angeles collaborated with Google to provide up-to-date data on hotels in the surrounding area to appear on Google Maps. A new tab titled Offers for Displaced Individuals filters the hotel, identifying which ones are offering discounted accommodations to anyone displaced by wildfires. And and of course, this is the Hotel Association of Los Angeles. Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt brands are all participating, as are several IHG hotels, resorts branded hotels. Even small independent brands are pitching in, from iconic names like the celebrity favorite Chateau Marmont on Sunset Boulevard, which has been offering temporary free board, to the low cost surf lodges of SCP, which is Soul Community Planet Hotels. According to staff, SCP 741 and Laguna Surf Lodge will extend 20% discounts through the month of January. Yeah. And of course um there's the Red Cross Los Angeles that I just mentioned. Um and if you want to show some support to the LA fires, which the victims lost their homes, you can support Cross by making a donation online by calling 800-733-2767, or texting Red Cross to 90999. All right. Um so yeah, Airbnb is actually doing their part too. And by the way, before I move on to the next topic, I know I've been on this for too long actually. Um Film companies, actually, filming TV companies actually. So Disney, alongside with Paramount Global, Fox, along with other TV, and movie studios, had did their part by making donations to the LA wildfire victims who lost their homes. And a bunch of companies that actually helped out too. So that's pretty good on their part. And before I move on to the next topic, I want to actually say something actually. Um you don't have to be a celebrity from a rich family or wealthy to actually do your part. It's not about that. It's all about helping each other out from the tough, dark times of the wildfires that actually happen. It's about a sense of community. Reach out to one another. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and a lot of people, I have to say, man, there is a little bit of good news actually. A lot of people, some celebrities helping out with food, um, helping people have a place to stay, clothes. Um, some restaurants giving out meals, pizzas. I mean, you just name it though, man. Everything and everyone had did their part though. So I would actually like to say that for those who are helping out, I am very I I pray to everyone to actually be able to you know do the best you can to get through this. You are not alone. There's plenty of people out there who are basically nice neighbors who are willing to actually help out in the time of need, and that makes me so. I am a little devastated, but a little bit of good news can make a person like myself and everyone happy. Actually, there's some volunteers helping out and stuff. So yeah. So the moral of the story is, don't be discouraged because you're not from a rich family that's like rich or wealthy. It's not about that. It's about a community and a neighborhood that's pulling together, trying their best to get through this. All right. And I know a lot of people have been upset with and all that stuff. And the mayor and the fire department um commissioner or whatever. But you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes years to rebuild. So I just want to say, to those who lost their homes, not just celebrities, but human beings out there, especially those, you know, you know, you know, it's going to be a process to actually, grieve and, hang in there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take years to rebuild. All right. It's not going to happen overnight. I mean, as far as like, the contractors, the architects, um, also, whatever topic I didn't get a chance to cover as far as like like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who is volunteering to help out and stuff. I will have to cover that maybe next time in the next episode. All right. I want to get to the next one, which involves TikTok and which involves TikTok and more topics right here. So today's episode is titled TikTok and Music Artists Out of Commission. All right. TikTok and the music artists are out of commission. So let's talk TikTok for a sec though. All right. Let's talk TikTok for a sec. All right. So let's see. Let's talk TikTok. Um so unfortunately, unfortunately, according to folks from USA Today, um, the Supreme Court heard arguments for 2.5 hours on Friday over whether TikTok can be banned in the United States in less than 1 week. By the end, the justices appeared ready to allow the U.S. government to force TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the company or go dark. President Joe Biden signed legislation into law that requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance to sell the popular social media platform or a ban on national security grounds. The social media giant wants to delay enforcing the law scheduled for January 19th, which is tomorrow, which they say violates the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment protection against government abridgment of free speech. I don't know if I would actually count that as free speech though, man, because you know, free speech is not free. You know what I'm saying? Free speech is not free. So, and look, let me just say this in regards to TikTok, all right? There's some people for me, I feel like TikTok should be banned because I seen videos of kids posting on TikTok in their videos subway surfing. Not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not cool at all, man. And you wonder why. And you wonder why these kids lose their lives subway surfing, especially in the neck of the woods of New York, out of all places. You know what I mean? That's just crazy and corny and whack. All right. Um. Okay. So, if the ban takes effect on Sunday, Apple and Google would no longer be able to offer TikTok for downloads for new users, but existing users can access the app. Basically, what that means is if you basically what that means you're not going to be able to get any new updates for the app. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what that is actually. And anybody that's following me on TikTok and that's that's following me on TikToks, I'm barely there. So I will be making an announcement at the end of this podcast recording where you can follow me. I am on multiple platforms and stuff. So I will provide that at the end. All right. So um yes, yes. So the US government and TikTok agreed that the app would degrade and eventually become unusable over time because companies would not be able to offer support services. And the idiot President 47, Donald Trump, is scheduled to be sworn into office on January 20th, which is MLK out of all places. MLK, man, to have an inauguration. I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit. I'm not gonna watch a guy xenophobic, racist, racist motherfucker who talks bad on African Americans, not to mention Haitians, not to mention Puerto Ricans, LGBTQ plus, and everything. And I have to agree with Yvette Nicole Brown. I have to agree. And the part where Michelle Obama is not attending the inauguration, I don't blame her, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her. So that's a flat no for me, man. That's a flat no for me, man. You know what I'm saying? um, so yeah, I have to say I'm not watching that shit, man. Like, stop this shit. Anyway, anyway, man, this is just oh man. Let me see. Damn, man. Yeah, January 19th. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see. Just the day, yeah, just the day after the ban could be implemented. In late December, Trump urged the court to put a hold on the January 19th deadline to give his incoming administration the opportunity to pursue a political resolution of questions at issue in the case. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just not gonna happen, man. That's just not gonna happen. Why hold this shit knowing that, in regards to national security is at risk? Like, come on. And what's this thing about going to another app, Red Note, which I'm not gonna go into because the language itself is in Mandarin, which I'm not going to I'm not gonna download that shit, man. Forget that. Forget that bullshit. Anyway, um, what will the what will the Scottish decision determine? If the Scottish uphold the legislation, ByteDance will have until Sunday to divest the U.S. operation of TikTok. During Friday's hearing, Justice um, could temporarily block the law or administratively halt the law temporarily. U.S. Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelogar, arguing for the Biden administration in defending the law, advised against a temporary block unless TikTok was likely to win based on its First Amendment claim of a right to distribute its content. As for an administrative halt, Prelogar says she would defer to the justices on whether they have enough time to decide the case. When will SCOTUS make its decision? SCOTUS could release its decision. The court does not need to release a decision by a specific date. How would the TikTok ban affect users? If ByteDance does not sell TikTok by January 19th, the platform will be banned in the United States. This means that it will become illegal for US internet hosting services and app stores to distribute TikTok. Yeah, I hear people made businesses and made money off of TikTok and stuff, hair products and other businesses and whatnot. But I mean, look, man, that's just listen, I don't know, man. If it happens, it happens. It is what it is. Um, TikTok users who already have the app downloaded on mobile devices will still have access to it, but they will be unable to update the app, which will likely become unusable over time. That's what I previously just said. The TikTok website will become unavailable through US based internet hosting services. Um, would there be a way to work around the TikTok ban? How exactly the ban would be implemented is uncertain, but content creators are using the time ahead of January 19th to educate other users about virtual private networks, which allow online users to mask their locations. In theory, if a user used a VPN to set their location outside of the US, the user could be able to access TikTok. Um, but there are a few instances in which VPNs wouldn't work. Dan York, a senior advisor to the Internet Society, said popular VPNs could be blocked, and using an out of country location wouldn't work. Additionally, using a VPN could result in slower or unreliable connections, he said. York also advised users to do thorough research before using VPNs, as there are malicious companies that may want to take advantage of users looking to use one for the first time. Are there any interested buyers? As Project Liberty, an organization led by billionaire Frank McCourt, announced last week that it made a formal offer to ByteDance to buy the U.S. assets of TikTok. Project Liberty's president Tamika Tillman said in a statement that the organization would not publicly disclose the bid amount. McCourt, former owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, announced last month that Project Liberty had secured verbal commitments of up to $20 billion for the purchase. Shark Tank host and investor Kevin O'Leary announced last week that he was joining Project Liberty on the purchase plan. If Project Liberty successfully purchased TikTok, it would only be the US assets, which do not include the algorithm, as China finds it to be its intellectual property. So let's hope Elon Musk does not fucking TikTok, man, because that would be the worst feeling ever. He already ruined Twitter by changing the shit to X and fired all the advertisers and stuff. Like, and then to actually invite a racist President 47 to the platform. No, I don't think so, man. Thank goodness I'm not following President 47, aka Donald Trump, because guy is a racist, xenophobic motherfucker who don't care about people. He only cares about himself. You know what I'm saying? And and to the fucking idiots like your Amber Roses and and all of the MAGA idiots, y'all are going to be in for a fucking rude awakening and regret. I'm gonna just leave it like right there. All right, so let's see what else we got to talk about here. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about here. Yes, um so what we have here is, hang on one second, folks. I need to grab a charger. Sorry about that. All right, sorry about that. Now we go on to Diddy. He really fucked up his career and everything else. So, yo, he really fucked up this time. He really fucked up. So there's a whole bunch of shit that he there's a whole bunch of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not I'm not even gonna hold you, but let me see. Okay. Um, all right, so Sean Diddy Combs filed a motion on Friday to dismiss his appeal for bail. He will stay in jail until his trial on sex trafficking charges in May 2025. And of course, Combs was ordered held without bail when he was first arrested back in September, but his legal team appealed the decision multiple times. When the most recent appeal was denied in late November, the judge said the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. Prosecutors previously alleged that since his arrest, Combs has tried to reach out to potential victims and witnesses. They also claim he encouraged strategies to sway public opinion, such as having his children post about his birthday on social media. Combs held at federal jail in Brooklyn. Combs, age 55, has pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He is He is accused of abusing and blackmailing multiple women with the help of associates and employees for over 15 years. He is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, the only federal jail in New York City. Over the years, the jail has held other high profile inmates such as singer R. Kelly, Ja Rule, rapper Ja Rule, and cryptocurrency mogul Sam Bankman Fried. Combs' trial is scheduled to begin May 5th, 2025. Prosecutors turn over discovery. If convicted of the charges, Combs could face decades in prison, experts say. Yeah, woman beater to Cassie Ventura. Um, you know what I'm saying? He really ruined everything, man. He ruined himself not only as a music artist, but he also ruined himself as a fucking mogul for um for Revolt TV, which he had to leave that place, man, because of all the allegations stacked up against him, which is very, very unfortunate and crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that he has to go through this, and the stunt and the messed up behavior that he has done. And seeing that video of Cassie getting beat up is unforgivable, folks. Very unforgivable. That's right. Game over, Diddy. Dang. Yo, he really did that to himself, man. Yo, so a new Peacock documentary about Sean Diddy Combs released its trailer on Thursday. Diddy, the making of a bad boy. The 90-minute documentary will tell the story of the disgraced and currently incarcerated rapper and early years. Per Peacock, it will feature exclusive interviews with Combs' childhood friends, former bodyguards, former interns, and singer Albie Shore, who was linked with Combs's late ex Kim Porter. In the trailer for the making of a bad boy, a man with a distorted voice to disguise his identity claims. Anytime a studio or any room is red, he's making love and sex. Some of the girls who were in the room for sure, they were underage. An unknown woman's voice also alleges they said they could ship me off and sell me to anyone. Another woman interviewed in the doc says Sean Combs is a monster. Combs is in federal custody of charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. He was arrested on September 16th. Following his arrest, longtime rival 50 Cent, aka Curtis Jackson, posted a picture on Instagram from his appearance on the Drew Barrymore show and made a crack about the 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil, oh man, that were seized by Homeland Security at Combs's home back in March. In October, there were further reports of Combs' alleged freak-off sex parties, which further federal prosecutors claim sometimes involved women who were threatened or coerced to perform grueling hours-long sex acts. On three men accused the rap mogul of drugging and raping them. Each lawsuit alleges that Combs served the anonymous victims alcoholic drinks spiked with drugs that made them feel ill and lose consciousness, only to wake as Combs was allegedly raping them. Court documents state. Ah, man. The rapper's legal team denied the claims. These complaints are full of lies. We will prove them false and seek sanctions against every unethical lawyer who filed fictional claims against him. Combs' attorney said in a statement to the Post at the time. Another woman in the trailer for the documentary claims, "I've witnessed everything. I think Sean Combs can get away with anything." So Diddy, the making of a bad boy premieres January 14th, which is out on Peacock right now, actually. So y'all can go check it out on Peacock right there. Oh man, finally. Let me just and let's go to Stevie Wonder and Malcolm Jamal Warner for a sec right here. All right, so according to the folks from the Independent, Stevie Wonder has said he believes the feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake is a distraction from more important global issues. The legendary superstition singer, songwriter, age 73, was asked how he feels about the conflict between the two rappers, um, and responded, any kind of war is bad for the world. That's true. Lamar and Drake have released dueling diss tracks in recent days. In one track, Lamar accused Drake of being a certified pedophile and of having a secret daughter, while Drake fired back by accusing Lamar of physically abusing his fiancee. As the feud rumbled on, an unnamed security guard was shot in a drive-by Drake's mansion property in Canada on Tuesday morning. Police said it is currently unclear whether or not the incident is related to the rapper's. Asked whether Lamar and Drake's fight had caused him any negative feelings, Wonder replied, I have no bad feelings. I just think that the world needs to focus on what's going on because those things are just distractions. He added, do you know the wars that are going on right now? Do you know the homelessness that's going on right now? TMZ, can't you see the rap beef flared up a month ago when Lamar hit out at Drake and J. Cole in his song First Person Shooter has since received such widespread attention that yesterday the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris campaign used one of Lamar's diss tracks and posted on Instagram. The Biden campaign took Lamar's song Euphoria and changed some of the lyrics originally intended to bash Drake, applying them instead to the former president. The video starts with a photo of Mr. Biden and Vice President Harris smiling with lyrics projected on top, reading in quote, it's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. A photo of Mr. Trump wearing a red MAGA emblazoned cap then flashes up with the altered lyrics overlaid. I hate the way that you walk over women's rights. Those of you may not know, he bragged about eliminating Roe versus Wade, which I previously talked about in a previous episode. Vulnerabilities, actually. So there you go. Um, the next line, accompanied by a picture of Mr. Trump speaking at an event, reads, "In quote, the way that you talk about immigrants." A stern-looking former president, now president-elect, is then shown in a tuxedo along with the lyrics, "I hate the way you dress." The video show the video then slides to Mr. Trump typing on his phone alongside the words, "I hate the way that you sneak this on True Social." Man, I don't care about True. I don't care about True Social. I don't care about that shit. And and go to what Barack Obama had to say about this ground beef between those two grown ass men. And this is from the folks from Hip Hop DX. Barack Obama, a noted hip hop fan, has finally broken his silence on the big three battle between Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole that erupted earlier this year. Last year, actually, as part of his campaigning for presidential hopeful Kamala Harris, the former president appeared on celebrity barber Vic Bland's Deep Cut podcast to talk about the highly publicized feud. When asked if Kendrick has cemented his spot at the top of the rap game following his successful beef, Obama said, in quote, Kendrick is a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. He actually performed at the White House. I'm pretty confident in saying not many presidents were familiar with hip hop. I do think that Kendrick has a unique status right now, not just because of this summer. He's not just gifted, he's serious about the message he digs deep into himself. The former president also revealed what he and Kendrick talked about. When we get together, he wants to talk about fatherhood. Those are the questions he's talking about. He's got a couple of young kids and he's taking that very seriously. Obama then went on to praise Cole, who controversially bowed out after dissing Kendrick on 7 minute drill. I just talked to J. Cole last week. Jay is very high on the list. He said, now I will say there's a guy named Jay-Z who's closer to my generation. This is a lot like the MJ versus LeBron conversation. Um, I've had J. Cole at the White House. He's outstanding. Barack Obama previously weighed in on the simmering rivalry between Kendrick Lamar and Drake in 2016, accurately predicting the outcome of their feud 8 years beforehand. You gotta go with Kendrick. He told you U2 star Swoozy, I'm just saying, I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album, I think that came out last year. Shortly before Obama's comments, the Compton superstar visited the White House to explore initiatives to help inner city youth. Talking about me, the then president, Kendrick said, I sat down with President Barack Obama and shared the same views, topics concerning the inner cities, the problem, the solutions, and furthermore, embracing the youth, both being aware that mentoring saves lives. Sometimes I reflect and think back, where would I be if I didn't have the presence of an older acquaintance telling me what's right and what's wrong, telling me the pros and cons of every move I was about to make, telling me the best way to plan success for my future. All right, let's go to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner. So, months ago, he chimed in on Drake and Kendrick Lamar's heated rap beef in the talk of every town. Um, yeah, and precisely the problem hip hop culture is getting props for bad stuff. The Cosby Show alum vented his thoughts on Drake and Kendrick's 2024 rap war, and the 53-year-old version of himself refuses to accept the notion their fiery back and forth, which seems to be on ice now, was great entertainment. MJW knows his message isn't a popular one, but he thinks black culture has been conditioned to normalize songs about murder, and the N word. The N word debate has been raging for decades, and MJW says hip hop has failed to take back the power, aka flipping the word to sound cool. MJW thinks the music has actually become anti black, and he's not alone in his beliefs. And Questlove also chimed in. Nobody won the war. This wasn't about skill. This was a wrestling match level mudslinging and takedown by any means necessary, women and children, and actual facts be damned. Same audience wanting blood will soon put up rip posts like they weren't part of the problem. Hip hop be dead. Yeah, Questlove and Boosie Badass, hip hop stars from opposite sides of the tracks, both railed against the enthusiasm behind Drake and K. Dot, picking one another apart and didn't care who disagreed with them. And Boosie says, I never seen so many that are more excited than the women. Laugh out loud. I came in and I came in, motherfucker, leave his girl and ask me, Boosie, who do you think going down? Drake, Drake, or Kendrick shaking my head like that's what you're thinking about with a baddie. Oh man, so that's crazy though. But unfortunately for Malcolm, tensions will probably be simmering as long as there's fan interest, and we know their record labels not stepping in to end the beef. Boy, yeah, I think the record labels is actually normalizing the stupid ass beef, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm just not there. I'm not there for it though, man. I don't care. I don't care who won I don't care who won the battle or battle. I really don't fucking care, man. There's so much shit going on. There's so much shit going on and not just it's not even about the world. It's with homelessness. There's so much shit with people getting slashed in subway stations in New York, all that other shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? Um and I have to agree with Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I I have to say, man, and let me explain. Okay, let me explain what anti-black means. All right, before I go on, before I go on to the next one. So, anti-blackness is a term that describes the actions, attitudes, and systems that devalue, marginalize, or discriminate against black people. It can also refer to the belief that blackness is inherently problematic. Yeah, and yeah, this is crazy, man. This is so crazy, man. You know what I mean? This is crazy. This is and impacts of anti-blackness. This is crazy, man. All right. Anti-blackness can lead to disparities in health, income, and education. It can make black people feel unwelcome in their communities. It can limit black people's ability to participate fully in society. Um, yeah, colorism and all that other stuff. I'm not gonna get into deep with all this shit though, man. So I just wanted to actually to all the African American people out there, to basically get what anti-blackness means. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna even touch too much into this though. And by the way, man, you can also check out Malcolm Jamal Warner's um Not All Hood podcast on YouTube and streaming platforms. All right. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to subscribe, follow on every streaming platform. All right. Now let's go to whoa. Let's go to 40 hip hop slangs in hip hop. All right. Now let's go to it. So 40 slangs in hip hop from New York. So grill is to stare at someone for a long period of time. Kid, son, a carrying term used to refer to a close friend. Um, real talk, a phrase used to get the attention of a listener and to alert them to the idea that the next topic matter is serious. Guap, cake, cheese, three different words all used to refer to money. Simply put, each of these words can be used as a direct substitute for the word money. Oh shit. Those were my favorite. Those were my favorite. Um, oh man. Oh wow. That's hilarious right there. Very hilarious actually. Um very hilarious actually. Um um All right. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I'm like most people who remember those it's this is the funniest shit ever. Mad. v- Very. A word that emphasizes the word that follows it. The word man may be used anywhere that the word very could be used. That's mad cool, bro. All right, fronting. Yo, pretend that one is better than she actually is. Most often in an effort to impress or shock people. um, an example, don't you be fronting. We all know you don't have the cake to pay for it. Dead ass. To be totally serious about dead ass, bro. I didn't know she was gonna do that. Whip an expensive, nice, or otherwise attractive car or vehicle. Oh shit. Tight, used to describe an object or situation that is well put together, really cool or in style. Angry, upset, or disgruntled about something. Whoa, that outfit is tight, girl. He's still mad tight about what you said to him yesterday. Something is street style or gangster style, meaning that a thing or situation is rough. Ratchet, word used to describe a woman who has a poor moral code and poor standards in regard to men, lifestyle, etc. Originally derived from a mispronunciation of the word wretched. Oh shit. Brick, another favorite word, really cold, freezing. Crazy to go out there. The city is referring to Manhattan within the greater area of New York City. Manhattan is referred to as the city. Um, hey, I was a, there was this great new club in the city. Want to go? um, Schmear, a sort of more concise way to say a lot of cream cheese. Oh shit! I always get my morning bagel with schmear, don't we? Oh shit! Don't you? Oh man, pie, pizza, regular pastry pie. I'm so hungry. I could eat a whole pie right now. um, sh- sh- I don't know how to pronounce this, but anyway, Strip. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, schvits. No, excuse me. That's a Z. Sorry, schvitz. Verb in the noun. Verb. All right. So sweating. This is a Jewish word that nearly all New Yorkers use. That one. Stoop. The steps located right in front of an apartment building in the city. Sometimes I like to just sit outside on the stoop and watch the world go by. All right, SCHTUPP, to have sex with someone, to fornicate. Oh man. Dumb, really very used for emphasis. The food was dumb good, man. I totally go back. um Gotham refers to New York City as a whole. This is a kind of a joke about New York City, aka NYC, since Gotham is a corrupt city in the Batman comic. Well, here in Gotham, crime isn't exactly uncommon. Thirsty to be or look desperate and or desirous of something or someone. Thirst bucket. I I'm spazzing out. That's one of my favorites too. Oh man, to become physically or verbally aggressive, to be angry and act on the anger. I came home late last night and she totally spazzed out on me, man. Take it there. There is a fight. This phrase is shorthand for getting into a fight with someone or threatening to fight with another person. I'm gonna take it there if you keep bugging on me, bro. Bodega. Everybody's familiar with the word bodega, right? A small store, shop, or market where locals can go to buy all the essentials, including food items, produce snacks, etc. Shampoo and other self-care products, a coffee or energy drink in the morning, and more similar items. We're out of bread. I'm gonna have to go to the bodega in the morning to restock. Yos, the slang plural of you, used used either as a standalone term or preceding the word in a sentence, as in you guys. Where are yous going tonight? Cop, another favorite word. Buy, purchase, cop may be used as a synonym for these words. Hey man, I'm gonna cop some pie from the place on the corner. You want anything? Bugging, to act crazy, to freak out, to cause problems and arguments where there weren't any before. Oh shit. Why you bugging, bro? I only asked to borrow a few bucks. Ice. Jewelry, specifically expensive jewelry made with diamonds, gold, or other costly materials. Look at this new ice for me. Whack, used to describe something that is crazy, appalling, or otherwise unconventional. Whack usually describes something bad, though it can also be used in a positive sense in certain cases. Wildin', to be out of control or crazy. Crusty, gross, unclean, a term that describes a person or thing that is dirty. Oh man. Snuff, to hit, to punch. If he keeps whining on me, I'm gonna have to snuff him in the face. Be used as a term of endearment when speaking to a friend or close acquaintance. How's it going, B? Schlep, schlep, to go from one place to another in a way that implies exhaustion and disenchantment with the journey, refers to the frustration involved with a long trip across the city or even a short trip that a person really doesn't want to take. I forgot my phone in the car. Now I'm gonna have to start to get it. Sus, shortened version of the words suspicious and suspect, used to indicate that a person or thing is not to be trusted. Lit, really cool, amazing, incredible. This party is so lit, man. Boss, sis, male and female versions, respectively, woman, regardless of position in society or any other factors. Regular coffee, a coffee made with a large helping of cream and sugar as opposed to a black coffee. And this time, make sure you get me a regular coffee, not any of that black again. All right. um, and lastly, ground beef, to have a grudge against someone, to be in a fight with someone. This, yeah, this is crazy, man. Let's see what else to talk about here before I forget anything. Let's see. Um, let's see. Oh man, okay. 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 Um, okay. Um, wait a minute here. What did I do here? What did I do here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry. I meant to talk about on that shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Damn. Yeah, I'm in the third hour of my podcast recording, so I'm gonna do this. So, Billboard, according to Billboard, Rich the Kid Carnival going to number one on the Hot 100. His ideal NBA starting five, wanting to live in a Missy Elliott music video, what's coming up for him next year, and more at Rolling Loud Miami, and all that stuff right there. He did an interview with Billboard. Um, he did an interview with Billboard. He was talking about yeah, yeah. He talked about his favorite players: Kobe, LeBron, Shaq, Jordan, myself. I'm on the team, so yeah. Missy Elliott, one of Elliott's videos because the shit was crazy. The shit was fire. Um, damn shit. Wait at the airport when I got there. Yeah, just um, it's a whole bunch of stuff that he talked about too, man. Exciting trend. Damn, that's a hard one. Exciting trend in hip hop. I don't know. I really don't follow the trends, I guess. And yeah, he makes his own trends. Um, yeah, new albums, new fire, different production, different flows, different everything, new shit. And yeah, there you go, right there. So forgot to mention this shit. And yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Let me see. 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 This is crazy. Oh, what the oh wait. What the hell? Oh, let's get to the weird drinks. Let's get to the weird drinks. I'm sorry. Let's get to the weird drinks. The weird drinks. Oh man, the weird drinks, man. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if I can find that shit. Hold up. Let me see if I can find Dua Lipa. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Dua Lipa. Okay, so Dua Lipa has got rules, and one of them is that it's perfectly acceptable to pair Diet Coke with pickle juice. On October 5th, the pop star was in Austin, Texas, ahead of her performance at the Austin City Limits Music Festival. And prior to taking the stage, she and her entourage enjoyed some local cuisine at La Barbecue. While enjoying her meal, Lipa made a unique drink to wash everything down, posting impromptu recipe to TikTok. Step one, Diet Coke. Lipa says at the start of the clip, while she fills her cup with soda, then pickle juice and a couple of pickles from my hands. Oh shit! She says as she dumps in some brin and a couple of slices fall out of the container onto her hand. Leaper then adds some juice from the container jalapenos, calling it sauce. Before noticing, she attracted a little bit of attention. Everyone's staring at me, Leaper says as she adds some pickled jalapenos to a drink. Yuck. I wouldn't try that shit. The lady in the back is like, what the hell is she doing? Leaper mixes her beverage up, takes a sip, and asks her table mates if they like to try her curious concoction. They oblige. Not bad, one says, and the second taste tester remarks that the drink is really, really pickly. Um, Another woman simply shivers from the sour hit after taking a taste. Leaper's dad, Duca, um, Kagin, also tries it. He has no discernible reaction in stark contrast to his superstar daughter. Is Leaper says while shrugging her shoulders with pleasure as if the drink makes her want to dance the night away. Mm. Uh, Leaper's video garnered 4.4 million views and thousands of comments to no one's surprise. It may sound like an odd combo, but it's very oh shit that went viral in May and has actually been around for some time. Okay, I'm intrigued. Commented one TikTok user. Everyone's staring because you are Dua Lipa. Commented another, to whom someone else replied, I would glance several times. If I saw Dua Lipa, I would stare if I saw anyone doing this. Ah, shit. This is the most disgusting shit that I ever heard, and I can't believe people like Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush Hager actually 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 tried that shit on their show, the Today Show. Oh boy. Oh Lord. We have a Diet Coke. Jenna said to ruckish laughter from those on set. Oh my gosh, pickles really good for you. Get the fuck out of here. You know good and hella well that shit is disgusting. That shit is disgusting to eat, man. I would not even do this shit though, man. I wouldn't do this shit. So I'm not even gonna finish that. I'm not even gonna finish that shit though, man. You know what I mean? This is so stupid, man. Oh man. Um Miss Oh man. It's even grandma approved. Oh wow. If you are like me and moved on from this time last year when dirty sodas were trending, there is just something about a perfectly soda with a fun twist that gets people excited. Luckily, another soda trend has popped up just in time for summer. I dare say it looks even better than the last soda trend. What is fluffy soda? You just when I thought we couldn't get more creative than soda spiked with syrup and half. TikTok had to go and prove me wrong, introducing the newest soda trend, fluffy soda. Oh shit. Wow. If the name doesn't already have you intrigued, let me explain. Fluffy soda is a drink made with marshmallow fluff. Treat features a thick spread of fluff around the sides of a cup that's then filled with ice and your soda of choice. Still skeptical? Turns out the creation is grandma approved. more specifically, it's my mama approved. The combination originally went viral after the TikToker creator not .eg made a fluffy Coke with her grandma, Mama. Since the video went viral, hundreds of creators have tried out the new trend with sodas like Coke and Dr. Pepper. Oh wow. How to make fluffy soda. You probably know marshmallow fluff from the Fluffer Nutter sandwich. Oh man. The Fluffer Nutter sandwich. Wow. Staple. Like my friends from Massachusetts, you might have a jar of fluff in your pantry at all times, ready to go for such occasions as this one. Or perhaps you are more like me and you have only encountered the spread of a couple of times since, such as when making s'mores with a campfire. Regardless, I say this drink is worth grabbing a jar of fluff for, especially because it is one of the only two ingredients that the calls for. Oh man. To make your fluffy soda, oh man, all you have to do is the inside of a clear cup with fluff, then add in some ice and any soda. While the original video went viral with Coca-Cola, I see a lot of potential in a fluffy orange soda as well as fluffy Shirley Temple. Really, any sort. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, man. This is so crazy. Oh, once you have assembled your drinks, some users are on TikTok recommending the soda sit for several minutes to really set the fluff, do its do its thing. When you are ready, mix your drink with a straw, sip, and enjoy. A common mistake that's been pointed out on TikTok is using marshmallow cream instead of marshmallow fluff. While this might be common knowledge for previous mentioned fluff loyalists, the two ingredients are different. So be warned, marshmallow cream will leave you disappointed and won't give you your soda as the same sweetness as fluff. How to upgrade your fluffy soda. Some people get serious about their soda. There are countless videos online with hacks on how to get um, your drink to be as refreshing as possible. Some users insist that sodas need to be marinated for more than 10 days for the optimum cold temperature. Others say sodas that are obtained from a mountain, specifically McDonald's, are so good that they are the only sodas they will drink. To make the best fluffy soda, feel free to turn into a soda scientist and perfect every last detail. Up your cutest cup and straw, frosted in the freezer. Add in a squeeze of lime juice or a pump of flavored syrup to make your dirty, fluffy soda. There are endless to make the dream soda for you, all complete with a healthy dose of fluff. Really, what could be better? Of course, this trend also works perfectly fine with just a normal can of soda, and it is open to lots of different interpretations. Some people have even tried the trend with coffee, which seems even more enticing to me than soda. Half the fun is testing out drinks to try something different. So it's up to your imagination. As the trend catches on, I have a feeling we will be seeing more and more unique customizations, just as we did with dirty soda. While it might not be everyone's cup of tea or soda, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing where this trend goes. Obviously, this is so funny, man. This is too funny, man. Oh man, listen, this is too funny though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to let me see. Damn, let me see. Let me see. This is crazy funny though, man. This is crazy funny though. Oh man. Oh my gosh, man. Hold up. This is too funny. Sorry for laughing, but I have to do this anyway. So, I think that's a. I think. Let me see if there's anything else I need to talk about. Oh, protein shakes and sodas. Yes, 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 yes. Um, Protein milkshakes, smoothies, and powders are all cornerstones of health and wellness, pushing soda very much to the back seat. However, a food trend has gone viral on TikTok where people combine the two to create a drink that users say tastes just like a cola flat. It started in Utah, where soda culture is huge, as any viewer of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives would know. Rebecca Gordon posted a video back in September no, excuse me, introducing the trend to TikTok in with the words welcome to Utah. Um welcome to Utah. Um where protein diet Coke is currently trending. Currently views. The video shows Gordon going to a gas station, filling up a cup with diet Coke, and then adding vanilla flavored Fairlife Core Power shake to it while sitting in her car. A month later, in a video that now has more than 830,000 views, Chef Meredith Hayden tried the trend herself. One for viral food trends. But I just saw a video on my For You page about protein diet Coke. Um Hold on, protein diet Coke that the girlies are drinking now in Utah. She said, um, Utah girlies know their soda, so we're going to try it. After pouring power milkshake, this time the elite version, into a glass of ice, Hayden commented that the liquids seemed to be separating in a way that looks really strange. Yeah, but after just one sip, she loved it, saying, "Wow, that is phenomenal. If you like a Coke or float or a root beer float, this is like identical." I mean, I was expecting to like it, but I love it. Um, like I'm going to start like every day. Oh my god, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Oh shit. But nutrition experts who spoke to Newsweek weren't so sure this is such a good idea. The protein diet Coke trend is an interesting example of how people are always seeking out new ways to combine nutrition and convenience. Kristen Kaplan, a certified holistic nutritionist and CEO of Love a Holistic Life, told Newsweek. However, it's important to be mindful of the long-term impacts of these kinds of trends. Diet sodas are artificially sweetened with ingredients like aspartame, 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 or um, asulfin potassium, which may disrupt the body's ability to regulate calorie intake and increase cravings for sugary foods. Dr. Chris Moore, a fitness and nutrition advisor at Bar Band, told Newsweek, adding protein to a diet soda might seem like a good way to get an extra boost, especially to increase their intake for muscle recovery or satiety. It shouldn't be a staple. Catherine Gervasio, a nutritionist, dietitian, and a certified exercise nutrition coach at Superfood Green Fusion, told Newsweek it wouldn't be my first recommendation, and I don't encourage this. There are more balanced and nutrient-rich sources of protein, such as lean meats, dairy, or plant-based options. Katie Sanger, excuse me, registered dietitian at Well Therapy, told Newsweek the drink has zero nutritional value and warned that drinking it could come with digestive issues from the combination and gut health issues from the artificial sweeteners and stabilizers. Newsweek approach Coca-Cola and Fairlife for a comment via email. So these are the funniest drinks that are being created by TikTokers, okay? Oh man. All right. So let me see. There is a segment that I haven't done for a long time actually. Um this is a segment I haven't done for a long time. I want to actually go into um podcast juice of the week, all right? Podcast juice of the week is basically me recommending some podcasts to actually to the listeners out there who are interested in various things. But this time is going to be mental health for those who are struggling with mental health and stuff like that. These podcast shows and episodes are for you. All right, I got y'all. Let me just wait this out. Wait for this to wait for this to oh man. Oh man. Yeah, podcast juice of the week, man. I like this segment. Let's get into it right here. So let's get into it. Hold on. All right. 17 mental health podcasts that you should listen to for your mental health and well-being. All right. I got y'all. All right. Before I get up out of here, I got an announcement that I'm going to say. So 17 best mental health podcasts recommended by therapists. All right. So let's see. So number one, we can do hard things. Number two, where should we begin with Esther Perel? Number three, terrible. Thanks for asking. Oh shit. Grief. Yes. Number four. Number five, live more. Number six, the Happiness Lab with Dr. Lori Santos. Number seven, the Mental Illness Happy Hour. Number eight, Depressed Mode with John Moe. Number nine, The Anxious Truth. Number 10, Feelings and Other F Words. Number 11, Coping and Ghosting. Oh shit. People really still ghost people? Damn. Oh man. That's crazy, man. Damn, son. Number 12, the Hardcore Self Help Podcast. Number 13, Inside Mental Health. Number 14, Therapy for Black Girls. Number 15, Happier with Gretchen Rubin. Number 16, Meditation Minis Podcast. Grief Out Loud. Another added bonus podcast that I want to recommend is Deeply Well podcast by I think yeah I think is yeah I think it's Devin Brown. Devin Brown is her name. I could be mistaken. Let me look this up real quick. To be sure actually. So hold on. A deeply deeply well. Yeah, Devi Brown. Devi Brown is the name. Yes, Devi Brown. Um, let me see. I want to also recommend the okay. Um, I also want to recommend the Dopamine Pursuit podcast. Actually, um, this is basically um this is basically created by, hold on, who, let me see. This was created and hosted by Kristen Slownicki. Um, Elevate your life with the Double Mean Pursue podcast, hosted by Kristen Slownicki, a serial entrepreneur. Serial entrepreneur. I'll talk about that next time, man. Anyway, oh man, investor and marketing expert with nearly 2 decades of experience. Join Kristen as she shares practical strategies, inspiring stories, and expert insights on breaking negative patterns, embracing healthier habits, and living a purposeful. Whether you are a business owner, aspiring entrepreneur, or someone seeking personal growth, each episode delivers valuable takeaways in business, leadership, marketing, investments, health, and relationships. Kristen's commitment to authenticity and providing tangible value makes this podcast a weekly guide for ambitious individuals looking to hit extraordinary levels in life. Subscribe now and embark on the journey of self discovery and transformation. All right. Um, for those of you who may not know what the Deeply Well podcast is about, let me break that down for you. Um, let me break that down for you actually. So, um, yeah, and of course, let me break that down actually. So the Deeply Well podcast is by Devi Brown. All right, it is a podcast for those that are curious, creative, and ready to expand in high consciousness and self-care. Only Deeply Well, Devi holds conscious conversations with leaders and radical healers in wellness around topics meant to expand and support listeners of varied ages and cultural backgrounds on their well-being journey, offering expertise in self-care practices, trauma, psychology, spirituality, astrology, and all such as psychedelics and intimacy coaching. Yes, you can listen to her podcast on Spotify. She's on the Black Effect Network, um, iHeartRadio, and other streaming platforms. And the other platforms, the other podcast shows that I just mentioned, the 17 podcasts, they are also on streaming platforms like Spotify and other streaming platforms that you could think of. Okay. Um, okay. I think I'm going to actually wrap up here. All right. I'm going to wrap up here, actually. I'm going to wrap up. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm going to wrap up right here, right now, with this last segment right here, which is stream choices on the go. All right, this is where I recommend where you can actually follow the podcast, where you can find me and all that great stuff right there. As I said, I am going to be making an announcement where you can find me in case TikTok is going to be out of commission, just like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, oh man. All right, man. Let's get to it right here, man. Stream choices on the go, man. Let's go. All right, listen up, folks. Any out there that's following me on TikTok, I'm barely on there. You can find me on Blue Sky Social alongside with my other podcast shows that I do. And I am also on Twitch. Which I'll provide the link as I get off the air in a couple of minutes. Yeah, so also on Blue Sky are my podcast shows, all New York Avenue podcast, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, alongside with my entertainment review show, um, Meticulous Values podcast. For those who may not know what Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast is, it's the sports edition show where I talk about things in football, basketball, baseball news, including the and other sports in between. And you can also follow the podcast on Facebook alongside with Threads. And the same podcast shows that I just mentioned, it's also on Threads and Instagram, as well as myself, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Yeah, so off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast is the sports platform that I do. Is also on Threads, as well as Meticulous Values podcast. The same on Instagram as well. So yeah, so if you don't have anywhere to go, you can follow me on social, and you can also follow me on a Black-owned app that I'm using, which is called Spilled. All right. I will provide that link when I get a chance. And yeah, let's cut to the chase, man. Where you can listen to the episodes of the podcast. Let's go to the chase. And we can go to the link in bio, Linktree link, where it says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You're gonna see a whole list of all streaming platforms, including Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snips, Spotify for Creators, TuneIn, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one, your favorite music artists, singers, rappers, all other genres, radio stations, and podcast shows and episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on iHeartRadio alongside with other streaming platforms that I just mentioned. You can download these apps onto your iPhones, Android phones, iPads, Android tablets. Laptops include Apple Mac and Dell laptops. All right. Do the same with YouTube. Make sure you follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on my primary YouTube page, G Money Stacks 555, for more video podcast episode, live stream recordings. Leave a like and a comment along with the topics discussed in this episode. Tell me how you feel about the topics in this episode, how you feel about the LA fires, about TikTok being banned tomorrow on January 19th, and the weird drinks behind it, and the 40 slangs in hip hop in New York. All right. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend, spread the word. Word of mouth is important. And also be sure to also add the podcast to your playlist alongside with enabling alerts so you don't miss out on any new episodes that's going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel page, and the day, the time, and the date and the time when it starts. And of course, if you missed out on any episodes, please be sure to do some catching up, and also be sure to share my Linktree link um, with the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work and anywhere else where you meet new people. New episodes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on every streaming platform, including YouTube, wherever you get to listen, stream, and watch your podcasts. All right. That's going to do it for me, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to the 377th episode. And remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. And be on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. And also remember, there's no manual. There's no manual to following your heart, your goals and dreams, and your journey. And of course, if you plan on starting a podcast, make sure you don't let nobody discourage you and tell you not to call it a podcast on YouTube, because there's a bunch of podcasters on YouTube as well, like myself. And of course, there's no right or wrong way to doing a podcast. All right. So don't worry about the fucking haters. Okay. Don't worry about them. Do what makes you happy. All right. And I'll be back with more new episodes, whatever topics I didn't get a chance to cover. I do apologize for making this episode 3 hours long. I wanted to take the time to talk about the LA fires, and the fatalities, nonprofit organizations where you can help the victims, especially for places to stay, food, celebrities helping out, and everything else. They're not doing this for a photo op. They're doing this for a cause, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't let anybody say you're doing this for a photo op, which I will cover next time in a future episode. So, and it's supposed to be snowing tomorrow. So make sure you have your salt, your shovels, and snow blowers and snow machines with 4 wheels and steering wheel ready. And I know it's going to be super cold, so be prepared, stay warm, stay safe. I will see y'all next time in the next episode with new topics and everything else in between, man. So, peace and one love. Peace and one love. Good night, everybody.